Hello, everybody. This is C recording for the first time in what's probably a year. I don't actually know. Today, uh, we lost. We being me and my guest here, Zern. We lost UPL
That's me.
2 days ago. Um, we're heartbroken about it. We cried for hours and hours.
It was very sad.
Yeah, I personally went through a very brief stint of I wanna quit Pokemon forever. Just kidding. It was a fun tour, and I wanted to go over some of the games, or rather, all of the games that I played. I'm not going over Zern's games because they're cringe.
Yeah, he hates me. He went
No
undefeated
offense to Zern.
with the
His
with a
games
little asterisk.
yeah, his games were undoubtedly cringe. Um, one of them was certainly an ADV Ubers moment, and the other one was it was
It was a good showing for the tier.
it was just a normal game, but I don't want to record it. So this is what you're getting instead. Um, so uh, I'll give you some background for each of these games. This game on screen right now, me versus Mutana, is week 2 of UPL. Let's see. So going into this week, I benched week 1 because I wanted to give Zern some games this tour. He's a good player. He's a much better pilot of shit than I am. So I wanted to get him some games, and then I was like, I want to play
How kind.
week 2. Um, so I slotted in, and do you remember our prep for this week?
Um, it was something like we know he likes rock types. Uh, he likes extreme speed on every team he's ever built. Uh, he can load Sunstall, but he probably won't against you. And just general building patterns. A lot of his structures were similar. I remember that much.
Yes, his structures were all very similar. He loaded only stall in Uber's Winter Team Tour. Hmm. I think that was all we covered on. He doesn't use any jank mons at all.
Oh yeah, only good mons on the VR.
Yeah, so
And you also teamed with him in ADVPL.
yeah, so I had a few of his EV spreads and a few of his teams at my disposal. So without further ado, let's hop into the first game here. Ready?
Yep, go ahead.
3, 2, 1, go. Okay, so I'm pausing at lead. So this this Mr. Heracross here.
No ordinary Heracross.
Yeah, this was an innovation. Yeah, I give full credit to him. Apparently, Matana actually sent me a screenshot of him talking about SD Hera from a year ago. No one's ever brought this thing in tour, as far as I know, though. So we're claiming credit for it. If you
We'll take it.
in 2011, sucks to say, no one cares. Um,
Yeah, we stole 2011 tech later in the tour.
yeah, exactly. So this Heracross is actually. Let me just play you turn 1. You can see what happens.
Just let him see.
Yeah, Heracross did just take 88% from Hydro Pump.
If Megahorn missed, then the game was lost on preview.
Yeah. We were really not hoping to miss Megahorn. That would have been very dire. So most pump ogres pump a little bit of speed, so we decided to be 220 or something. Live 96 Spatak modest ogre pump, since that's all you need to Oko Mewtwo. Have it set you into swarm range and then kill it back with Megahorn.
And then you're a mon up.
Yeah, your Mon up. They just lost their Weather Setter. It also works with Mewtwo Fire Blast.
And a number of other mons that you already beat.
Yeah. Although with versus Mewtwo, you get to click HP Bug, which doesn't miss, which is awesome. So So yeah, as you can see, turn one, we are Mon up. Kyogre is dead. Thunder is removed from the game. This is excellent.
God bless.
All right, turn. Put the rest of the game. So sack.
Turn two, you just sack Hera.
Yeah. We go to, or I go to Groudon. I don't want to say we because I did not get ghosted.
No ghosting.
Very clear. I go to Groudon because I want to get Sun up permanently, and I know if I click Substitute here, or I think I click Swords Dance. I think I count like Beam sets me into Salak. I don't remember what
Yeah, I believe
clicked here.
that you into Salah.
Yeah, I don't remember what movie clicked here. But I clicked here because he clicks Boom. My Groudon takes 70, so that's a lot of health off my Dawn. But I don't mind because now I can't get hit by Broken Thunder.
You probably can't SD later, but you lost another Mon. You still have your Groudon. Thunder's out.
Turn 4, he doubles to Snorlax. I go to Latios, trying to...
Good play, except turn 5 happens.
Yeah, he catches me. I make the Lati double, expecting him to make an aggressive switch on me pivoting Snorlax. So I'm expecting like a Metagross from him on turn 4. He catches me with a Lax pivot. Very good play from him. Except turn 5, we hit him with El Wab. So
Our favorite Pokemon in the tier.
yeah, Wab, very healthy and very cool Pokemon. Thanks to I don't know who used the set first, so I'm not going to credit anybody. But this is just it's just a super safe like Snorlax trapper. So this Snorlax is dead, and there's nothing he can do about it. And now, his team very likely.
All just are 10 times better.
Yeah, his team very likely does not have another Latios check other than his own Latios. So we encore, EQ, very boring turns. I'll skip until it dies. Debon, and it's gone. So now the hard part comes to double down. I go to Latios because, okay, I expect him to go DOA here, but my plan for DOA is sack Groudon, get in my Rayquaza, click Dragon Dance, and try to win the game from there.
Hopefully win.
Yeah, very very sketchy plan, as we'll see later.
Very dubious because
Yeah,
of a little prep error.
I decided to just HP fire his Metagross because why not?
That sets up even easier for the Ray end game, since you do need a little check.
Ray and Dio both win now that this meta is dead.
Yeah.
I declaw here just to catch maybe an ambitious Lottie on HP fire, and sure enough, here comes a Lottie on as I click declaw.
He goes for it. Declaw kills Metagross. There's nothing in the back that'll want to take Declaw, and Matana has to do something to try to get back in at this point.
Yeah. Also, in case I'm modest, Dragonclaw, he knows he's faster. I'm actually timid, 330 speed, but he's also timid. So, yeah. I died Ice Beam.
It's an away, and game nearly over.
Yeah, this is the game right here. The DOA speed tie. We win the speed tie due to a small prep error on our part. Our DOA, our Raylast does not have E-speed, so
yeah. He posted the team. I looked over it.
We both.
I said, I didn't notice that we didn't have extreme speed.
Yeah,
and Matana brought the one
totally
beam spell tag.
Yeah, it was Ice Beam spell tags.
He just won by clicking Ice Beam twice.
Yeah. But we won the tie. We didn't have to get exposed on live TV. So, all's well. All's good in this world.
2-0 the season, 1-0 for C.
So game 3 was a game versus OK, where Zern got momented. I don't want to show you the game. If you want to look
paralysis,
at it yourself,
okay.
If you want to look at it yourself, you can. Paralysis is not a balanced game mechanic. That's all you got to know. So Melee Mewtwo. Our prep was very interesting for this week.
Yeah. Melee Mewtwo is an individual who really likes stall.
He loves. He has a strong tendency for like balance, stall, particularly of the sun variety. Um,
hmm I believe up to this point he had loaded like he might have loaded one offense and it was like some weird magneton thing, right?
yeah, it was like mag. I might have had a Kabutops. I don't remember.
I
Um,
might be misremembering, but I he loaded at most like one offense, and last week he bested three Taste up and brought stall three times.
yeah. Um, and when he played week one, he also brought like full stall. Like so, we were very much expecting something pretty
hmm
bad here.
We noted that he liked a lot of Gengar too on his stall, which is a bit different from most people.
Yeah, Gengar and Skarmory were the two picks that are a little bit abnormal from him.
hmm
Uh, Something that we noted is like I think like the fifth day of prep, like either Friday or Saturday, I was just like, yo, he all of his sun balances just lose 06 to Houndoom. So very quickly I threw together a Houndoom team and I'm like, yeah, this is the greatest thing ever
It was five standard Sun offense mons and then a Houndoom.
made. I
This was an unofficial best of three too, right?
Yes. I'm not gonna pull up the other two games. I literally
We had a lot of stuff prepped. We just used random teams
I
for the
just
other two.
clicked what was in front of me for two games. I'm gonna be honest.
You still won, but they were not very good.
Yeah, game three. I think I loaded Jinx and I HP fired a Metagross on switch in. Um, so I'm basically the greatest player alive. Um,
Shut up.
let's just get right into this game. Three, two, one, go.
All right.
He leads Lottie. We lead Groudon.
Shit. I had my music on. Sorry.
So, turn one here, we see a double to Kyogre from him on my Groudon, uh, which it's a respectable play. It covers a lot of things here. Um,
hmm
Here we
It gets his own weather up. It can chunk anything that comes in.
turn two. We see a Surf and a Latios, very common play. Um, Now, I think this is some really smart prep by him. He knows I always Thunder immediately after getting surfed. And on turn 3, I click Thunder. I crit a Snorlax, which is very good for me. Um, but,
It can only switch one more time now, and
yeah.
it'll die after switching in.
So on turn 4, I go to 4E, eat a B-Slam. Um, so I'm perfectly okay with this incoming um, Lax 4 interaction where he attempts to curse up, but I was only really afraid of Protect. I don't think he uses much Protect on his Snorlaxes, so I just boom on turn 6. Snorlax goes down.
Snorlax out of there.
Yeah. Crit definitely helps, but I think if we don't crit, I'm pretty sure that I can kill with like a follow-up with either um, I think with Latios. I would have to look
Or
at
Lottie
the
should
counts.
follow up.
Yeah. Go back to Groudon here on turn 6.
Mhm.
He goes Ogre, as I presumably relax.
He wants to get control of his weather. Melee Mewtwo goes to Latios because it's great on double down no matter what.
Mm-hmm. So here is the first real fuck up. Um, turn 8 was a bad turn for me. Lum, presumably on this Kyogre, reveals that this is not your usual Kyogre. Back Lum Ogre is something very sinister.
Yeah.
Me, like a buffoon, thinking nothing of it, I hard Latios and dodge an Icy Wind. I get bailed as fuck here.
Very fortunate. We talked about Icy Wind Kyogre a couple times as well, so this wasn't like something that we just never heard of.
Yeah, I should have just clicked B Slam right here. Um, but, fucked up.
Bailed.
Which is a bean.
Very good
Too.
by Mewtwo noticing C's tendencies and playing around that.
Yeah, like this was good prep from him, and I just like fucking threw all of it out the window with one extremely lucky dodge. Um, so
And then a lucky para.
we click Thunder, and Latios gets paralyzed, so it's dead.
So Cesar Latios has walked through two Pokemon and escaped death against another.
Yeah, in comes Kabutops. He double edged Groudon on switch in, um, and I just trade more Dawn health with Kabutops.
Common Kabutops running into Groudon and not doing very much.
Hey, it's Groudon chip, which unfortunately he didn't get any prior chip with Lax, so you know it won't do much. Turn 13, switch the Lax in on Icy Wind. You know I've learned my lesson.
No more risking the game, although
Yeah.
you do it again after.
Yes, I do. So, turn 14, stay in just to click B Slam, catch another Icy Wind. Then turn 15, I'm like, yeah, fuck it. He's not gonna Icy Wind, so that's just hard luck. Now, here, if you notice, I have 5 Pokemon alive, and he has 2. I can just stay in here. In fact, staying in is the correct play, but I'm bad. So
Yeah.
I go to Groudon, and he takes Substitute. Snorlax eats an Ice Beam. I got a Mewtwo to absorb the incoming superpower. I eat the superpower, 21%. Now I throw the game once again with one of the worst plays ever. Um, turn 20, I click Calm Mind. Good
Amazing
God.
CM.
The worst CM of
So,
the year.
to go over that sequence real quick. Like you said, he's up 5 Mons. Latios, there's a good chance that Latios is good against his last. But at this point, he can just let it go to Dio to not risk anything. But he switches out. He sees Sub Pataya.
Literally? Okay,
And
so if we go over possible.
that's very scary.
Yeah, if we go over possible lasts here, the most likely Pokemon is easily Metagross. And if it's Metagross,
Yes.
he probably would have gone to it first. And if he doesn't, I click Declaw over and over again. And then I go to Snorlax, I click Beast Slam. And then I go to Houndoom on Metagross last, and I win the game. Even if he clicks Earthquake, Groudon comes in, clicks Earthquake twice, game is over.
Yeah, and even if it's something weird in the last slot, he should have something between healthy Lax, healthy Mewtwo, and even fucking healthy Houndoom to deal with it.
I have Boomlax. I think I will be fine. And Mewtwo eats everything except like Banded DOA. And if it's Banded DOA and I have 5 Pokemon and I lose, I'm the worst player alive. So, turn 22. I think I curse. Yeah, because I'm curse amnesia.
Yeah.
So now.
Also, the reason that CMing was bad is because you should just break the sub.
Yeah. Okay, I'm not actually boom. I'm Curse Amni, which beats like every last mon in the game. So this was extremely stupid for me. The only real thing we could have lost to is SD Dawn last, but there's a Kabutops on the screen.
There is the Thunder
Dawn.
DOA.
Yeah.
Or it might be T-Bolt, but presumably Thunder.
So now his only win con is encoring me into Curse. And critting through my DOA, or my Snorlax, and having DOA behind a substitute. That is the only way he can win, because I have a DOA last, which cleans up. So, actually no,
Nice amnesia from 28.
I do have a Houndoom last, but he thinks I have DOA last, because that is a very, very common last here. DOA or Steel,
Yeah.
both win.
Both would be sensible.
Yeah. So there we go. There's that game.
Yeah, this game, it was a win. It could have been played a lot cleaner, but it was still a pretty convincing win.
I could have played so much better. But you know, we got the dub. You know, we're 3-1 on this season now. I'm 2-0. So
Mm-hmm.
we head into week 5, where I play Jonks. Um, I was really excited to play 64 squares in the slot because he's beaten me all the time. And I'm like, I'll finally get his number this time. I'll finally beat him.
This time for sure. No
And
fucked up Groudon EVs. None of that.
no Groudon dying to Ice Beam because I'm an idiot. No throwing the end game 4 times in like 3 different sets. Just win. And then he
Yeah,
moved to
but
another slot because he wasn't doing
yeah, the Meltdown did a rotation, and
Yeah.
Jonks was in ADV.
So for this one, I wanted to load Skarmory because he uses like a million Magneton, and I'm like, that would be the funniest thing. He knows I hate Skarm. He knows I think it sucks, and he's the biggest Magneton user of the entire tier.
Mm-hmm. Jonks uses a lot of weird stuff.
Yeah,
He brings something very bad this game, in my opinion.
I also think it's very bad as evidence of
But
what I said in the battle chat at the end of it. Um,
he uses just a lot of like less common sets on stuff. A lot of Magneton, like you
Yeah,
said.
Sub Latios is a set he uses with pretty decent frequency. Um, all of
Mm-hmm.
his ogres, or rather, all but one of his ogres is in his entire scout of like the 30 are CMT wave. Um,
El Clasico.
I don't know if he had any Salactons. I don't think he had much Groudon, period. Um,
You might be right about that.
he had a ton of mag offense, like with
Mm-hmm.
CB Lugia, um, Curse Rest Lax, etc. So I decided, I need to get my stall quota out of the way. Um, one stall,
He didn't have anyone telling him to use this.
yes. My teammates finally listened after I told them for the millionth time, Sunstall sucks. You know, I I finally decided to give in to the demons and load up stall for the one time. You know, just as a mix up, so I don't get too predictable with, you know, 2 back-to-back Sun offenses. We need to switch it up.
Just don't get hard teamed.
Yeah,
It was pretty good to most of Jonks' stuff, even if you did get magged with your Skarmory.
yeah. So this is just basic bitch Sunstall. I think, yeah, all of these teams, by the way, are in my team dump. If you want to use Bandit Hera, HO lead, um, that's in my team dump. Houndoom Gaming
Mm-hmm.
in my team dump, and I think this team is called. Actually, no, in my builder it's called I'm a Bitch Lamau, and in the team dump it's just like Latios Sunstall or something. So
You'll see it, because it's probably the only Sunstall in there.
yeah, 3, 2, 1, go. So Latios lead from him. Hold on. That is
Hold
okay, that's the only the second Latios lead I've fought so far. But something we noticed at the end of the season is that we fight a lot of rain this tour. Week
Yeah.
week 1, Zern gets rained. Week 2, I get rained. Week 3, Zern gets rained. And now Jonks has a Latios, double to Ho-Oh here. He clicks substitute. Um,
Like we mentioned, Sublatios.
yeah. S-ball it down. Ice Beam does 30, so I'm at rain. I am in danger of dying to Thunder here, but I don't care. Actually, I do care. I go
He does.
to Groudon.
Wait, he does care.
Yeah, so that covers Thunder and also a Kyogre pivot, which for the 4th week in a row we fight Rain.
Woohoo.
But now that I've set up Sun,
This week.
Fortress is a Kyogre answer. So I get up my spikes, and at this point, I see the substitute on turn 5. I'm like, oh shit.
He actually brought Sub Ogre.
Yeah. I'm not.
Just keeps getting him up.
Yeah. I am just gonna get them all up. I'm not too scared of this thing, but it'll be a menace if I can't handle it. Now he just starts to see him again, and the one time having a Latios is actually pretty useful. Set up light screen here, um, and go to Latios, and pray to God we don't get crit. Only does 37. Um, I recover here.
Takes it pretty easily.
I recover just to get like a lower roll, and that I do. So,
Give yourself another chance to get crit.
yeah. Um, DOA comes in. He checks with Metagross. I don't really get the Metagross pivot there. Gonna be real because all of the DOA answers are
Yeah.
Metagross beaters.
And then he pursuits the fortress.
Yeah, I don't really get those 2 turns from him, but they happened. So I get my Groudon in. I double to Lugia. I don't remember what I was doubling the Lugia for. But
Who knows?
I try to Toxic the Latios because I have a Blissey, and him subbing is not going to do anything for him. So my plan was I'm just going to go to Lugia and try to Toxic the non-refresh Latios before I click sub. But he just clicks sub, and even if he Ice Beamed me, I can recover that HP back versus Meta, or presumably a Snorlax on his team.
Spoiler, this is a pretty straightforward game.
Yeah, turn 18, he sends out Umbreon. This is the only nuance in this entire game. He mean looks my Groudon. This basically decides the game right here. So I SD up on his Umbreon as he BP's out with the mean look attached to me. Now, because I have light screen, I'm not at any threat of Ogre or Latios. Now here is where prep insights and other things come into play. So if you've done your research on me, which Jonks very clearly has, he preps for everybody. He knows that my Dawn speeds are highly varied. I've run 231, I've run 216, I've run 245, I've run 252, all on this type of team. So who knows what my Groudon is? He doesn't.
And his Ogre's sub-CM, so it's probably not that fast. If he's on the faster side, then he might outspeed and just kill the Ogre.
Yeah, and he's gonna if he tries to sub to stall out Light Screen and I just Earthquake it down, then the game is over on that turn instantly. So Latios, much safer play from him. And apparently some people were like, oh, you should have just gone to Kyogre there. No. If he goes to Kyogre and I'm faster, which I very well could be, I'm 232 Dawn on this team, so I'm not as turbo. He told me his Ogre was 239 after, but again, he doesn't know how fast my Groudon is, and I've run fast Groudons here. So, risking the entire game on that, whereas Latios is much safer, and he can still win with CM Ogre later.
Yeah. All it takes is a bit of good luck against Latios, and CM Ogre will win.
Yeah, and very easy to get that. Him going Lati, if he knew my Groudon spread, if he knew that he was faster with Ogre, duh, he should have gone to Kyogre, but he didn't. So to say that him going to Latios here is a bad play is just 100% hindsight, and you're just giving him shit for no reason. This is a perfectly fine play. Now, granted, if he did go to Ogre, I lost. So, now he just subs out to stall out the light screen, which he should do.
Yeah, get maximum damage off of your Ice Beam.
He knows I'll live, but he also doesn't really have another sensible option. So Ogre comes in.
He already kind of to it when he BP'd.
Yeah, Ogre comes in. Now he sees that he's faster, and I bet he's like, "Oh fuck," Let's see. He doubles to Umbreon here. He's gonna throw down another mean look. I really didn't know how to play around this. I have never really played around this sort of shit before, so I just went to Lottie and clicked recover. No,
Get your money back so you can check the ogre later.
yeah, he's just gonna BP the pass into DOA, or BP the mean look into DOA, and I figured I was pretty okay with that because I get a Sacred Fire with Ho out of it.
Yeah.
It did less.
The Latias is gone. That's a bit scary for ogre, but
We
it can be worked around.
Yeah, we can deal with it. So I Sacred Fire into meta, praying for a burn, or like, decent odds to do a KO, I'm pretty sure. I think I calced it. And it did 34. He's now at 35. I don't risk it. Four, he lives on 1. So, in a way, Pursuit sort of set up for that on an earlier turn. But Impish 4 saves me. God bless.
Full set.
So,
And then you pray some more.
yeah, now he goes to Ogre, and I really only have one play, and it's go to Blissey, set Light Screen, and Whirlwind with Lugia. So, as you see, he clicks CM, I set Light Screen, and I try to Whirlwind with Lugia.
He has 2 opportunities to freeze or crit through the Lugia, and if he gets either, then just loses.
Yeah, this is why Sunstall is scary as fuck. Okay, and now we see the last Mon Snorlax, and I'm kind of breathing a sigh of relief here because if it was anything else, could have been a lot more dire. But seeing as it's not a spinner, Lugia is just going to work its magic for the rest of this game. And we basically just pray not to get paralyzed, frozen, or crit. And
He doesn't get paired on 2 B-slams. Lucky
Yeah.
bitch.
I am. He raw ice beams, CMs. We set light screen. I'm just kind of skipping around here because, not a whole lot going on. I toxic the Umbreon. This play probably won me the game because he has Wish, and he could get some Umbreon health back. Granted, even if I make that play, I still haven't won yet because I have to not get crit or frozen or fully paralyzed on critical turns. So
Very difficult.
I'm at turn 44. I switch. This is really the scary turn. He's going to get 2 CMs up. And, pretty spooky. Send Lugia in. He gets his second CM. And we're going to take a pretty decent chunk from this Ice Beam here. Again, if I get frozen, I lose. If I get crit, I lose.
And if you've been paying attention, Jonks has had a good amount of opportunities to just win if the Ogre gets the crit or freeze on Lugia or Latias. I think it's like 4 or 5 by now.
Let me actually take a look here. Turn 34, he Ice Beams into my Lugia. Turn 35, he Ice Beams. He fishes for paralysis twice. Now, he's fired off his 3rd Ice Beam into Lugia. I set up a Reflect. That is his 3rd B-Slam. No para yet.
And he also beamed Latias twice earlier when he was set up.
Yes. Now, on the 4th B-Slam, we get paralyzed. Now, every interaction gets much more precarious.
Yeah.
Whirlwind out the Snorlax. DOA comes in. I don't want to get Rock Slide flinched. I go to Ho-Oh. We get crit by Double Edge. You might think, oh, that's classic Sunstall getting crit. Well, thankfully, Ho-Oh is the one Mon that really doesn't give a shit if it gets crit or not. It's kind of already served its purpose.
Yeah, you just throw Ho at shit, and if it dies, then you can still beat everything.
Yeah. Kyogre comes in. We set the Sun, which is very nice because now we're freeze immune. So he can only fish crit on my Lugia here. Crit and for full paralysis. Both of which very real threats here. He Ice Beams me, no crit. He clicks CM here instead of attacking, likely because he's running low on beams and surfs after clicking so many times into Lugia and Latios. He may not even have any beams yet, any beams left. So here, you whirlwind out the Kyogre, or whirlwind out the Snorlax. Kyogre comes in, light screen runs out, and at this point, um, I whirlwind on turn 58, but we get paralyzed. Um,
Danger.
Click Surf, no full para. That was kind of a terrible move by me to risk it, but whatever, we ball, etc. Now the game is over because his ogre dies to spikes after that whirlwind, and barring Curse, Protect, Rest, Snorlax, we are fine here, and saving that Fori really saves me here.
Boom proves to be useful.
Mm-hmm. And Quake through the lax, and the game's over. So that's Sunstall. If you don't get crit or paralyzed, if you don't get crit, frozen, or
Umbreon
paralyzed,
actually complicate this a bit. Like you said, if he went to Ogre and just assumed he was faster, then the game was over.
yes. I still could have pivoted around with Latios and Lugia, but dealing with last Mon Snorlax would have been much more difficult.
Odds would have been way worse.
Yeah. If he still crits through my Ho-Oh with DOA, I lose, for sure.
Mm-hmm.
But
And then, as we mentioned, the Ogre had a ton of opportunities to just win if it got the RNG it needed.
yeah, or if I got paralyzed earlier, he also could have just won off of that.
Mm-hmm.
But Lugia did its thing. Just kind of sat around, super fat. Click Whirlwind. Yeah, cool guy. Okay. So we're 4-1 as a slot now.
Yeah, we're 4-1 because you dead game week 7.
I didn't dead game. I got an act win.
Okay.
So, Haysup, I rated him before the tour as the best ADV Ubers player in the tour. I test with him very frequently, as you can see by his beautiful avatar. I bought him, or I retained him for ADVPL.
Back-to-back winners.
Back-to-back winners, baby. So, obviously I'm very familiar with the guy. My prep for this week was, okay, this guy literally counter teams me in friendlies. I'm not even kidding.
Yeah. He just counter teams in friendlies. He's told me about some of the sets he plays and some of the teams he plays into. This guy just counter teams him in friendlies.
Yeah, it's pretty hard to actually do tests with him. But knowing how tightly he knew my tendencies and what's good in me, this is where a lot of the crackheadedness really started to show its face. If you look at week 1, we got HO. It's just HO. It's a little bit creative, but at the end of the day, it's hyper offense. Week 2, or week 3 rather, is just Sun offense. Week 4, Sun stall. So, actually, no, that was week 5. Now going into
You fucked it up, but it's okay.
Yeah. Now going into week 6, I know how much he knows me, and I've decided to throw every conventional thought in my brain out of the window. Zern and I
we've prepped, or for some of these weeks we just kind of find a team we like and we just run with it. And then some weeks we prep a lot, we build a lot of teams, we put together some real bullshit.
Yeah.
Sometimes that bullshit is just stuff like the Heracross where we just make a new set for an already good mon, and sometimes we bring some of the stuff that we brought to this series.
Yeah. A lot of the turbo bullshit that we built for other weeks, we didn't end up bringing just because we're let's be a little bit safe here. But at this point, we got a little bit of confidence going. We're winning a lot, and I felt this was actually first blood on the week. No one else.
Oh yeah, it was.
Um, so I felt
Oh,
comfortable.
this is also the only best of three that was played this tour for our team.
Yeah, this was a best of three, which meant I could be a lot more creative with teams, and we played first, so I could be more willing to use jank shit because the week mattered less, or like our games mattered less.
He's not in the clutch.
Yeah, so with all that out of the way, let's get into this shit show of a game we got here.
Game number one.
Okay, three, oops, 3, 2, 1, go. So
Okay.
lead Lugia. I'm immediately thinking he's some banned Lugia, and the Ice Beam immediately tells me that he's not. He's pretty fast.
That's fat.
Um, but he whirlwinds in my Regice, which is
2011 tech.
yeah, that's a Pokemon in the tier. Um, so T-Wave meta, Blissey comes in. Um, hold on. We double the Groudon here because I want to catch a Blissey, and because it covers a Meta Stay-in.
All around safe.
Yeah, and then I double back to Regice as he reveals a Cloyster, and click Thunder, and
This fucker hit Sun.
I hit Thunder and Sun, and he go bye-bye.
So you can see Hasup has a weird fatter team with Cloyster and Metagross.
Yeah, he also went with shit that he very rarely uses. Let's rewind a few turns here. So I go into Regice to absorb a Toxic because my thinking is I want to bluff like I have Explosion. And
He doesn't.
getting Toxic is going to put me on a timer and put a lot more pressure as I, lose health. He's going to switch out of his Lugia because he doesn't want to get paralyzed. He's forced into meta because it's the only thing that can take Boom and Ice Beam here. And it's all
He already showed T-Wave. It's a given that he has Beam. He clicked his electric move. It's a Regice. You assume it has Explosion.
Yeah, so we hit him with the mix-up. Turn 8, hit him with a hidden power fire on switch in. Real schnasty.
Valuable chip for later.
Now he has to go Blissey, so I doubled a Groudon on the Blissey switch in. I click Swords Dance here, I think? Yes, and am I Rock Slide?
And then
I SD again, okay. In anticipation of Reflect, and I try to flinch Lugia, or try to break it. I don't flinch it as he clicks Whirlwind. Regice comes back in. He goes to Blissey because he can easily eat a Boom with a Reflect up. I reveal Beam as my last move. I decide to stay in and T-Wave the Lugia switch in, and my massive
the Red is honestly pretty useless at that point, so going for the T-Wave is pretty risk-free.
yeah. I figured I've doubled the Dawn every time a Blissey switch was like happening, or like just gone to Dawn, or like a Steel type on Blissey so many times, like a lag that
And the Dawn
staying
Reflect isn't even that threatening. Like, it's scary, but you probably won't have an opening to just win with it.
I just want to get this Lugia crippled, and sure enough, he goes to it. Then I click Beam.
Now Dawn has significantly better odds later.
Yeah, click Beam as meta comes in, and he puts a ton of pressure on me on turn 16 because my Regice can die. Like, it's kind of just worthless here, but I decided to save it later just as a sack. It still pressures Lugia and forces it out, and I can T-Wave shit later if I need to. And I also figure he won't stay in and just give me his meta. So I go to Ray because it is it is 252 defense mixed Ray. So
defensive Rayquaza.
Yeah, the Smash not gonna do shit, and it covers a Blissey because it bluffs Choice Band. And he just clicks Meteor Mash. Shit does 41. I click Fire Blast. He goes to Latios. I get a pretty fortunate burn here. Definitely helps me out a little bit. Here's where saving the Regice comes in helpful. I get a free pivot.
Just free stat.
Yeah, free pivot to Mewtwo here. I beam as Blissey comes in, and I decide to save my Boom because I really feel like he's going to scout it here. I doubled a Celebi, which puts a lot of pressure on his Metagross because HP 5.
Another 2011 tech.
I decided to start threatening a CM pass here, as he wants to get up his light screen and also get rid of the para and other stuff on his team. So, it makes perfect sense. I Solar Beam here.
See the room.
Solar Beam, so that I can BP out as he switches. Sure enough, I catch it. Now I have a +2/+2 Mewtwo. So here, I'm in a pretty commanding position because Mewtwo is very threatening. He still thinks I'm Lumberry or like some weird shit. I'm actually we're actually whiter for Icy Wind Latios on this team.
Yeah,
that's just that.
Haste up loves Icy with Latios.
Yeah. So we're bluffing Lum this entire time. If he clicks Toxic, our Mewtwo's just fucked. We get another Boom 50/50 coming up, but this time I just had to pull the trigger, and he leaves it in. So now we got Lottie in. I go to Ray because he can just click Toxic, and Ray is likely the least valuable of my Mons. If he has a
Latios is going to be very important. Rayquaza, not so much.
Yeah, if he has a Dio last, then all I need is like 45% on Ray just to click E-Speed. Now, he roll-ins me into Groudon, and I'm assuming he expects a switch or something from me here. He goes to his own Groudon as I click SD. Now he goes back to Lugia, and at this point, I've just accepted that my Groudon is just going to be here to trade with this Lugia. The EQ for me kind of stupid. No way he stays in there.
Yeah, he always goes Lugia, but you still want to. You don't want to Rock Slide on a Groudon stay in. It still feels bad.
Yeah. Now I'm just clicking Rock Slide, looking for a flinch. Pretty fortunate whirl for me here to get Latios, but Ray could Ice Beam, and so I ask in chat here. You can see my name. I say, can I ask a mechanics question? Do you know what I was going to ask?
What were you going to ask?
So what I was looking for is, so Ray's airlock cancels weather effects. If I click Ice Beam, can I get a freeze? Can I freeze the Lugia? That's what I wanted to ask.
I think so.
I don't know if it does or not, but that's what I wanted to ask because I felt at that point, if he whirlwinds me into Ray as I am trading Dawn Health with Lugia, then I'm going to freeze fish the fuck out of him. But it didn't come to that. We get a pretty lucky pull in Latios. And E-Claw, Lugia goes down. HP Fire, Meta goes down. And now...
HP Fire Lottie, so good.
It's so good. He whips out fucking Rock Tomb, Groudon.
Another tech that we talked about and concluded was not good.
Yeah. Turn 37, I say, fuck it, we ball, double to Latios, catch his Latios double, and the game is over at this point. Rock Tombs by Celebi on switch in. HP Ghost. Celebi does not die, but it also doesn't kill because it's weaker than it is.
Celebi's weak, Groudon's broken. For the record, Rock Tomb if for some reason you don't know, Rock Tomb is 80 accuracy in ADV, so that move is just shit.
Yeah, we don't like moves that miss. We don't like secondary chances. So we said fuck the bullshit and did not run Rock Tomb Groudon. Haste up.
Despite a couple considerations.
Yeah, Haste up apparently gives no fuck and went with Rock Tomb.
Yeah.
Now
This game, C just played really well.
this was probably my best played game. It was definitely my best played game on tour.
We brought this stupid shit, and so we had to. Well, our matchup wasn't horrible, I don't think, but you definitely had to get plays right to win. You couldn't just click.
I needed to make some moves, and make some moves I did. I also got some fortunate RNG with the whirlwinds, and hitting Cloyster immediately with Regice Thunder definitely helped.
That's still whack that you went for that.
Hey man, if it works, it works. Now the last game we're showcasing, because week 7, I waited for an hour and a half for my opponent. He didn't show up. So, I was doing a lot of things that day. I was watching a movie with my brothers. I had like 3 other tour sets. So I called
Act 1 game.
Yeah. And then semifinals, by the time I got to play, we had already lost. So I just loaded up like some weird T-tar bullshit. It got owned because Rain is so hacks prone. It's cringe. So this is the last game we'll be reviewing. It is me versus Haste Up game 2. Spoiler alert, there is no game 3. We win this one. Swag.
Undefeated secured, but this is a cool game.
Yeah. So I loaded up a team from Mr. Zern because this was originally going to be my game 3 team for the best of.
This team was built back during week 2 or week 3.
It was week 2 because that was when we were toying around with Hera, and I remember
it was week 2.
Same day I DM'd McMegan like, yo, I'm trying out Flail Gyarados in OU. He sent me a fucking War Twirl, as he should.
As you should.
The same day I tell him that, you hit me up for ADV Uber's test, and you whip out Flail Gyarados. So this was...
Unrelated.
Yeah, this was like a month and a half ago, so... Or like 2 months ago.
And this was almost brought a couple times, but was decided against.
Yeah. Thankfully, we decided to nut up and load the funny team.
It is fishing no Skarmory, but...
It is fishing no Skarmory.
We decided Haste Up wouldn't load Skarmory.
He is perhaps the most notorious Skarmory hater, other than myself. He had one Skarm, and it was from like 2017. Like, he doesn't use that Pokemon at all. So, without further ado, 3, 2, 1, go.
Fuck, why'd I do it again?
Mewtwo in the...
Okay, I'm good.
We click, pray to God he isn't Psychic. He's not, he misses Thunder. So, turn 2.
Fuck it.
He's bluffing Psycho Boost, and I decided, fuck you. You don't have Psycho Boost, and I just clicked Mega Horn again.
Because no human runs Psycho Boost.
Yeah, he's the only one who does, and I just had I just wanted to fucking risk it all. So I Mega Horn, Kyogre comes in.
Psycho Boost into a switch out is also terrible for his momentum. If you go Metagross on Psycho Boost and get the early trap on DOA after that turn 1, the game's super over.
Yeah, we're also Spatak invested meta here. It kills his Spadef Dios on switch out. So even if he is Psycho Boost, that's a free Metagross trap for us, which we need to secure the win with Gyarados. So turn 2, Mega Horn. Turn 3, we SD because
this is the same idea as the CB Ogre from week 2 against Matana. or CB Heron, sorry, not CB Ogre, pump Spadaf, you set up on everything. Instead of CB, it's SG Select.
Yeah, so we get sent into Select
And then
by Surf, and now we claim another kill. So yeah.
claim the Ogre, force in the DOA, get the trap off with Metagross, win with your second sweeper.
And everything goes according to plan here. Do I pursue or do I click? Okay, I do pursue. Just pursue twice.
You'd say that he's not Mirror Coat, and he was not Mirror Coat.
We don't get crit. This is full Spadef Metagross, like 252, 252. So this Latios Thunder on turn 8 might actually be a roll. I don't know.
Who knows?
I B-slam the incoming Metagross, get a crit para. Pretty fortunate, but in the grand scheme of things, doesn't matter. I EQ because I really just want to win with Gyarados. I want him to mash me so I can get Gyara in. And instead...
Shack it to Explosion.
Yeah, turn 12, it just dies to Boom.
It's okay, because that is the other thing that Gyarados does. Bait Metagross Explosion so you win with the Deoxys attack.
Yep. Now we just have Lax Mirror. I don't really care about the outcome of this because last for DOA and Groudon, I can't lose to this Lottie. So I just keep attacking. And then we blow up the Latios with Self-Destruct Snorlax. And
if you take a look at C's team, 4 Pokemon revealed, 0 in the tier Ubers.
Blue offense does it again. That was our UPL season. We finished regular season with a 6-1 record, which is pretty damn good.
Yeah, I believe it was best combined record in the tour.
Yes. The next was 5-2, which was for me, I think.
For me.
Yeah. So
it was our week, so you didn't see that because I played him.
Yeah. So, you know, I had a real fun time. I'm glad my managers drafted Zern because he's like my best friend, and we work really well together. And he has a cool mind for shit. Like this Harris stuff, I never would have thought of on my own. Like the fucking Regice Celebi.
The Regice bullshit was entirely him.
Yeah, it was all me, but I can't come up with this Harris shit on my own. So I was really glad.
Yeah, I had a lot of fun. It would have been cool to to start, because I know that another team that Eden was on was trying to get me to start, but supporting you is what I thought I was going to do going in, so I was still happy to be able to do that. I got a few games, so...
y'all get a few games in SS, but we don't talk about that.
Hey, I went 1-1 in SS with an asterisk.
We do imply a massive asterisk there. Also, I forgot to turn on the music that I had for the background. So, sorry.
Spent like 5 minutes getting the audio right. Fuck it.
Yeah. Sorry if you had to sit through my unbearable fan this entire time, but them's the breaks. You signed up for this. So, thank you to Zern for coming on, and
thanks for having me. Thanks for watching.
Yeah. Have a good one, y'all.